Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the what's next on MJ Murodjon Ahkmadaliev, the former unified super bantamweight champion, following his first pro defeat and him losing the two belts that he had against Marlon Tapales of the Philippines. Before we get into that, guys, let's if you guys could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any support I can get as I try to push my channel out there. So any kind of love would be great. And if you don't like what I'm doing, just send me thumbs down or a comment. Let me know what's up. But back to MJ. So he went into this fight, really maybe overlooking Tapales because Undisputed was potentially on the horizon. Because the first half of the fight, he just did not look like his normal self. He was throwing a lot of one punches at a time. Not to say he wasn't landing, but he was getting counterpunched pretty nicely by Tapales. And then in the second half, he knew he was behind, so he turned on the heat and put pressure on and did really well in the second half of the fight. But when it came back to the judges, they voted it by a split decision to Tapales, and MJ would lose his 2 world titles. So now the big question is, what's next for the former unified champ? Well, we're going to run through the guys in the top 10 and see what happens. We start with potentially fighting the winner of the Inoue-Fulton showdown that's taking place in July. I highly doubt it. Why would they fight him now when he's got no belts and he's coming off a loss? So I don't think Fulton or Inoue would consider MJ for their next fight. Now, then you got the newly crowned champ that beat him, Marlon Tapales, in a rematch. I think it's possible, but I think because it's not a mandatory rematch, he would have to really pay a lot of money to get Tapales back in the ring. And I think Tapales can make more fighting Inoue or Fulton for Undisputed. So I don't see MJ and Tapales rematching next. Then you got Luis Nery, the former champion. I don't see it. Nery's coming off of the victory, the fight of the year candidate in victory over Azah Havanassian as he stopped him. I don't see him taking a risk against a guy as talented as MJ next when MJ's coming off of a loss. Then you got Azah Havanassian himself. That's an interesting one. I wouldn't completely rule it out, but Havanassian's coming off of a tough knockout loss and a brutal fight of the year with Luis Nery. And I just don't know if Havanassian is going to want to come back against a guy on the caliber level of MJ. So I'm leaning towards the less likely, and I don't know if MJ would want to fight Havanassian either, because Havanassian is the real deal. He's a full package. Then we look at Liam Davies, the former, Liam Davies, undefeated. If Davies wanted to fight MJ, and especially if MJ gets ranked kind of high still by the WBA and the IBF, and he wants to go in there and kind of like an eliminator, maybe, but I'm leaning towards the less likely with MJ coming off that loss. Then you got Ronnie Rios in a rematch. I'm not seeing it. He pretty much dominated Ronnie Rios last year, so I don't think that'll happen. Ionut Baluta, I think it's a little bit too tricky of an opponent with his style. He's too awkward, so I don't see MJ fighting him. And then Angelo Leo or Aaron Alameda, I just don't see it. Both guys PBC guys, and MJ fights with Matchroom in the zone, so I'm not seeing it. So MJ, you're probably going to see him come back and maybe some kind of an eliminator, or he might just stay busy once he comes back and gets a knockout win. I don't think the guys at the top are going to want to fight him. So that was a tough loss. It's tough losing that way when you don't have a rematch clause, because when you're a guy like MJ and you're good and you don't have a big name, there's not going to be guys lining up to fight you. So that's it. That's what I got. That's my what's next on the former unified super bantamweight champion MJ Murodjon Ahkmadaliev following his loss to Marlon Tapales on April 8th. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.